Hello and welcome to my channel. So in this reading, I am looking to get any message that needs to come through for you at this time. So we have two piles to choose from here. We have pile 1 with the Riddle and this flower agate. And then we have pile 2 with Gnosis and this Arfvedsonite palm stone. This is a very interesting stone. I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but has some really pretty blue flakes in it. Both pretty interesting stones here. So yeah, pick whichever pile is more appealing to you, and I will see you at your reading. If you chose pile 1, this is your reading. Welcome. So you chose a flower agate. It has a lot going on in it. And the Riddle. So let me take a moment to figure out how I'm going to lay the cards out in this one. I feel like I got more cards than I intended to for this particular reading, and I almost didn't use all of the cards, but I thought, you know what, the cards came out for a reason, so we're going to use them all. So we have here Revenge. We have Comfort. We have the Cosmic Egg. That fits. We have the Devil. We have the Star. We have Yang with proactivity, expression, doing, and forward motion. We have Find the Light. And we have Land, Mountain, Sun with the number 62. I'm never good at arranging the cards, guys. I'm sorry. Okay, pile 1. Give me a moment to take a look at what we have here. So, obviously with the riddle being what your reading is centered around, there is something that you're kind of confused about. Something that you, I don't want to say that you have like a mental blockage about, but something that this imagery makes me think of just going around and around and around in your head, and just, it feels like confusion. It feels like confusion. And I think this confusion is causing some fear and some self-imposing restrictions, right? Like you feel restricted, but it's self-imposed. You see in this Devil card, this little person is in this jar, but there's no lid on the jar. They can get out. They can get out of the jar. But they definitely feel restricted. They feel contained. I feel like with the Star, you're remaining hopeful. Even though there's confusion. And even though you feel like I don't know, the whole imagery of a mouse on a wheel is what it feels like. But it's weird because it's not in a sense of like that you're spinning your wheels. I guess it could almost to you feel like you are going nowhere because you're so confused. I feel like you're actually confused about where you're going, but you feel like you're going nowhere, but that's just not the case. Now, I will address this Revenge card later. I feel like there's something very specific about this card. I feel like there's a message in the rest of the cards that are separate from this one. So, I think the next phase or the next step in your life is to just find comfort, to find peace, to find a place where you're content. And I feel like eventually, when you find this place of positivity with this Yang energy, and this contentment, you will become more proactive, and there will be forward motion. Yes, there will be forward movement. There won't be this feeling of going in a circle, you know, going around and round and round. There won't be that anymore. After you find a place of contentment, I feel like you need grounding, to be honest. That's what it feels like. You need grounding. Find the light. So this Find the Light card and the Star card make me feel like there's something that you're drawn to. With this is a moth, and Find the Light, a moth's drawn to a light source, flames, light bulbs, whatever, you know, the nature of a moth. There's something that you're being drawn to. I think with Find the Light, this is saying, go towards it. Whatever you feel hopeful about, whatever makes you feel positive and hopeful, yeah, don't fight that feeling. Go for it. I think there's a message here of that. Whatever's on your mind when I say this, that's the thing we're talking about here. With this Revenge card, there's something very specific in your life. It's like, it's not a big overarching theme, but it may be something that you're experiencing in the present, or something that you have recently been dealing with that is kind of, I want to say in the grand scheme of things, is kind of insignificant, but there's just a message here not to worry about it, that's being sorted out. You don't have to, so I feel like if somebody's done you wrong in some way, I feel like the universe is going to sort that out. Like, there's no need to seek revenge. And I really don't feel like that's I don't feel like that's your nature to do that. But you may think to yourself, this person or this situation, like, if it's a person, you feel like this person deserves to be punished, you know, like they deserve something. Like, there has to be consequences for their actions, right? But you're not the kind of person that would, like, exact that revenge. You know what I mean? Like, you're not the person that would be, you're not the judge, right? And you don't want to be, really. But you may be wishing that the universe would, you know, serve them a slice of humble pie, right? There's a message here that's going to be worked out. That's not, you know what I mean? You can lay those thoughts to rest. You don't have to worry about that. That could be a message just for one person that sees this video, for someone very specific. What else do I see here? With Land, Mountain, Sun, there's definitely a message to do more things that make you feel lighthearted and fun. Like I said, with this Comfort card, even it brings me back to this. I just want to say, do what makes you feel all right, you know, like, go out and sing karaoke, go out and have a drink with your friends, or you don't have many friends, go make new friends. I feel like live a little is kind of the message here. Sorry if I'm shaking I don't know why this desk that I'm using, it shakes so much, because it looks solid, but it shakes a little. What else? So I'm looking at this spread right now, and I feel like I want to move the cards around. This gives me a feeling of like how I feel when I feel like my house needs to be rearranged. So that may be a message for somebody. Feng Shui may be a thing for you. You may need to rearrange your furniture, or maybe paint your bedroom or your bathroom, or just do like some changes to your living environment. This may make you feel more comfortable. It may be something that you've been like thinking about for a long time and just never did it. And you definitely need to do it. Like, it's something that will make you feel better. Much better, I think. Actually, significantly better. That's the message here. Significantly better. This Devil card is so weird. This little guy in this jar. You may need to get out of the house too. Depending on where you live, depending on your region. Springtime's coming in North America, which is where I live, or where I live in North America. Spring is right around the corner, and it's warming up outside. And it's definitely a good time. Yeah, it's a good time to clean your house, rearrange your house, spring cleaning. Yeah. I get it. Okay. And also get out of the house. Spend time outdoors. More time outdoors. Mars and Scorpio. This revenge card is throwing me off. It doesn't really go with the rest of this. I may pull a couple of tarot cards just to get some extra message here. I feel like the main message for you is to make yourself comfortable. And whatever it is that you're confused about, like as you do things that make you comfortable, you will gain insight on the answer to this riddle, right? But this card, like in the booklet, in the archetype booklet, the riddle is like, it says it's an unanswerable question. I don't feel it like that's the case for you. And if it is the case, it's just because you're asking the wrong question, or you're focusing your attention somewhere that is just like irrelevant. Does that make sense? I hope that didn't come off rude, but like you're basically worried about something that is just like, you're worried about something that doesn't even matter. It sounds so rude when I say it. I don't know why I keep thinking that it sounds so rude to say that. That's strange. But yeah, that's kind of the sentiment I'm getting here. I'm having a hard time shuffling this too. You may be about to be coming out of like a really funky phase in life. Or you've been like in that jar, that little devil guy there. You're able to climb right out of that jar. I think you're about to. Okay, came out. Okay, so when I changed my shuffling style, it came right out. So yeah, I think maybe just, what's this? Okay, we have the Eight of Wands reversed. Okay, so this is something that has been a recurring theme for me. Like I've been getting this message for probably like 2 or 3 months now of say less. Not just like the phrase say less, you know, like say no more, but literally maybe speak less and more or less become the observer. Some things are just like not worth talking about, you know? I'm the kind of person that I like to talk a lot. I talk a lot, actually. I've always talked a lot. But it comes a point in time or in life where it's like, what do you really have to say? If you don't have anything to say, you don't have to say anything. And it might take a lot of stress off. That also sounds rude. So you may be feeling like you're walking on eggshells for some reason. About something. You may feel like you're trying not to offend people. This gives me vibes of a person who's unmasking, right? If you know what that is, you know what that is. My advice to you is you don't have to explain yourself to people. Just be yourself. Just be yourself. And if people think you're rude, oh well. Just... People can take offense to whatever. Like, they can take offense to somebody saying, your hair looks great today, you know? I'm sorry. I feel like someone here worries about what people think too much. Like, they actually, it's funny. They actually don't say stuff because they're worried about how people will take them. They keep themselves, they censor themselves. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry if this is you. I know how that feels. Yeah, there's a message here not to do that anymore. And the feeling of liberation when you stop worrying about what people think about the way you say is insane. Like, because you know what you speak, especially if you're a truthful person or an authentic person, what you speak is an expression of yourself. If you censor what you say or you hold back with what you say, you're basically holding back yourself, and you're just, that's tough. You may have struggled with this for a long time too. See, and I've changed my shuffling style. Let's see if we could, yep, I do. Okay. The Magician, yeah. This Magician card is giving me like creative energy here. Oh, look at this imagery here. This little devil in this jar, right? There's like a little star sparkles around it. I feel like this magician is like abracadabra here out of the jar. I think something in you's gonna just like click where you're like, I don't give a crap what people think about what I say. Or what I do, for that matter. And it's gonna be like magic. It's just gonna be like poof, and you just don't care. You just don't care anymore. And that's great. I'm not saying go around being rude to people. I really, honestly, Pile 1, I don't think you're a rude person. I don't think you're a rude person at all. I think some of the things that you think are rude, that you say, are not. I think someone made you think that you were a bad person for some reason. Somebody really did a number on you, Pile 1. That may be what this revenge card is about. You may be a little bitter towards them for censoring you. You feel like it's time for you to speak up, and you're like, why do I have such a hard time speaking up? Why do I have such a hard time saying or speaking my truth, you know? And it's because somebody basically gaslighted you and made you feel like a crappy person, right? It's not true, Pile 1. Be authentic, speak your truth, express yourself. You've heard it in a million different, you've heard it in all the popular radio hits, right? I say all of them. Really major ones, like Lady Gaga has a couple, Madonna had a couple. Now, regardless if you're fans of their music or not, there's some very empowering messages in some of their songs, some of their music. Okay, this is the last one. 2 of Cups. Okay, cool. 2 of Cups. There is, and on the bottom of the deck we have the 4 of Swords. I'm sorry, I'm a little ADD at the moment. This 2 of Cups, so someone may enter your life, okay? Pile 1, someone may enter your life. And if you're in this energy of censoring yourself, they're not going to see you. A love interest would not be able to get to know you fully if you censored yourself. They might not recognize you right off the bat. You know what I'm saying? Not to say that you would miss out on love if you censored yourself. I'm sure that it would just be a little more difficult, you know? And there's really no point in that. There's no point in wasting time with formalities when it comes to a lover, when it comes to someone that would be a potential love interest. The right person is going to love what you say and how you say it. If you really want a true connection with a person, if this applies to you, take this message. If it doesn't, don't. If you really want to truly connect with a person, be your authentic self. If you want a strong, true love connection with a person, being yourself is the ticket. that's the message here, pile 1. I'm going to leave it there. Hopefully you found something helpful in this reading, and I really appreciate you for watching. If you chose pile 2 with the Arfsvedsenite Palm Stone and this Gnosis card, this is your reading. Okay, so let me arrange the cards here, and we'll jump right in. Put that there in the center. Now I have these cards arranged a certain way for pile 1, and your pile's probably not going to have the same arrangement because I can't remember how I did it, but so we have here birth, 4th house, Venus and Cancer. Actually, put that there. We have the Phoenix. So you got 2 of the animal spirit cards. We have the Phoenix. We have the Stingray. I may rearrange your cards after I lay them all out. Hopefully that's not too distracting. We have Sacrifice. This is the Hanged Man, the traditional tarot. We have Ghost. We have Mutable with Surrender, Fluidity, and Welcome Change. We have Messenger. And hold on, let's see. I'll put that. And we have Wisdom with the number 83. I really like that picture. Okay, I'm not really pleased with the way this looks, but we'll go with it for now until I feel a different way to arrange these cards. So where do we start with this pile 2? I feel, okay, so I'm going to start with Ghost. With Ghost, it feels as if pile 2, you may have been, I feel like I want to be careful with how I say this. I don't want to be triggering to anyone. You've been in a difficult energy, let's put it that way to start off with. You've been in a difficult energy of feeling like you're just floating around as a shell of your former being. And it is very interesting. So we have Birth and Phoenix here. So I don't want to go off in like this weird tangent of the story, personal story here, but I just want to bring it up because I feel like it's relevant here. It's a weird synchronicity. So I was on Reddit, and there was a subreddit about someone asking, they were saying that they were not suicidal, but they have had thoughts in the past of, you know, that. And they were asking for basically some symbology, an archetypal image that they could meditate on, basically, I guess, to help, not negate, but, you know, to help rid themselves of the death archetype, because they said that they felt like it was the death archetype, that they kept seeing the Grim Reaper in their mind. And I responded to this person with one of these archetype cards, and it was the womb. And it makes me think of this one. And the explanation of the womb, if you type it into ChatGPT or whatever, it's going to be about new beginnings, about gestation, about new possibilities, and what comes after death, right? The opposite of death is birth. I feel like the Phoenix is, it's a death and a rebirth, right? So, I feel like that's what's happening with you right now, pile 2. Also, okay, so a pine cone is basically a seed, isn't it? I feel like during this transformational process, you are gaining a lot of insight and wisdom. Gnosis and wisdom, yeah, absolutely. And I feel like there's a spiritual messenger, this messenger card. There's a Pile 2, you may be opening yourself up to being able to receive spiritual messages, whether it be from whatever you want to call it, your spirit guides, your higher self, God, whatever you want to call it. I feel like this process is showing you, yeah, it's giving you a new perspective, showing you new avenues to understand yourself and to understand, I feel like the universe, I feel like you're leveling up spiritually and like cognitive, like not cognitive, is it cognitively? Yeah, I guess it is. Your consciousness is rising, Pile 2. This is big energy for me. You're welcoming this change. This mutable card here. I feel like, Pile 2, you've gone through a lot. And you're emerging now. You've been in the depths, right? You've been in the underworld, basically. And you're now re-emerging. And when you re-emerge, oh man, you're just seeing so much more. Your spectrum of vision. Sorry if you can hear my dryer going off in the background. You're just, wow. The stingray. You may have recently gone through a Kundalini awakening or Kundalini activation, or you may be about to. I feel like maybe you're in the process of it right now, honestly. So the number 83 reduces to 11. This is, yeah, your perspective is totally, I don't even want to say that it's shifting. It's completely changing. And I feel like you had to float around as this ghost for quite some time. I think what happened was you finally surrendered. If this has not happened yet, this is going to happen. Okay, I'm going to pull some tarot now for you, Pile 2. Flip that over. Yeah, I feel like there's, once you reemerge, you're gonna be like, wow, like, you're gonna, I don't want to say you're gonna feel like a different person, but you're gonna see the world like a different person. You're still gonna be you. You're still gonna have your personality. You're still going to like the things you like, but you're gonna be seeing through a totally different lens. I want to read, so there, a little insert came with the stone. I was just drawn to this stone. I bought it on Etsy. And I was like, oh my God, those blue flakes are so beautiful. And I just had to have it. And I don't know much about this stone. So it's not like a common one, you know. It's not like amethyst or, you know, tiger's eye or anything like that. It's a different. I had never even heard of it. I just saw it in my suggested stuff. So I'm going to read that in a minute after I get a couple of cards from the tarot. If I can remember. So we have the Four of Cups reversed. I feel like with it coming out reversed like this, now I don't know that what people interpret the Four of Cups reversed as typically, but what this is saying to me is that this stagnancy, this feeling like this, so the Four of Cups always makes me think of depression, because a person who is depressed can basically have everything. They can have everything that they've ever wanted, and they just don't care, you know, because depression is just, you just don't see things properly. You're coming out of that. This is reversed. We have the Tower. Yeah, something may jolt you into this. I mean, not to be worried about it. I'm not saying jolt you as in like some kind of like horrible happening or anything like that, but then when your perspective changes it may be because of something abrupt. It's not going to be like a slow transition. It's like, yes, everything up until the point of the perspective change has been kind of like moving towards that. But once it happens, it's going to be like somebody turned the light switch on. You know, it's just that quick. What is this? Oh, we have the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah. The Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so this is so weird. I have another story for you. So I don't know. Maybe you should read stories. I don't know. Maybe you should get on Reddit. I don't know why I feel like called to say that. I have another story for you. So bear with me here. I have been getting into hypnotism, and I asked my significant other recently. I was like, can I, I've been reading this hypnotism book, and I'm pretty sure I can do this properly and safely, and can I practice on you? And he was like, sure. So I hypnotized him, and I was recording it. I recorded the session, and he said, and he's not a spiritual person. He doesn't like tarot. He doesn't like the esoteric stuff. And so I don't think he knew what he was actually seeing. He didn't have any reference to label what it actually is, but what he was describing was this wheel, basically the Wheel of Fortune. He said it was a giant stone wheel, and he said that there was pictures on it, all around it, and that it was on a specific picture, and that it was shifting to a different one. It was moving to a different one. And I was like, you just have to know him. He's very logical. He's very left-brained. He's very and he's not spiritual at all. Like I said, he doesn't know anything about this stuff. So I was like, when he was describing this, I was freaking out. I was like, what? This is crazy. This just makes me go back to the fact that you are like, it's funny because at the beginning of this reading, I wanted to say shifting gears. And I didn't say it because I felt like that was a weird thing to say. I guess I should have, because that was accurate. You're shifting gears. If you know anything about motorized vehicles and gear shifting, sometimes when you shift from one gear to another, it's a huge difference in acceleration, right? I feel like that's fixing to happen for you, pal, too. I'm so sorry if this message is all over the place. One more of these, and then we're going to read about your stone. We have the Ace of Cups. Yes, you're going to have a new love for life, honestly. Three of Pentacles. You're going to start laying the foundation for the rest of your life. If you've been confused about the direction you're going, if you were struggling with depression and just not knowing, like, what do I want in life? I don't know what I want, anything like that. That's about to all come to an end, and it's going to seem it's going to be like a stark contrast when it happens too. So let me find this little, should be in this little bag here. So yeah, I ordered it from Etsy, and it came with this little, if you're interested, this is the shop, stronghealer.etsy.com. Our Fedsinite. Powerful manifestation, spiritual growth, gain knowledge and insight into your life path. Okay, cool. Yes, we're on point here. Create a clear path ahead. Locate and release blocked energy. Remove old patterns and behaviors. Reorganize and restructure your life. Adapt to new situations. Rebirthing. Wow. Rebirthing. Birth and the Phoenix. Where are we at? Major changes and transitions in life. Develop intuition. Stimulates positive thoughts and encourages feeling more joyful. Brings extraordinary insights and strong positive vibration. Drains negative thoughts to enable a new way of thinking. See the truth of situations. Communicate accurately with unambiguity and decisiveness. Very strong and intense energy, so used for short periods at first until you can adapt to its powerful force of change. In meditation, it will help promote very specific psychic visions that bring the ability to predict the future. Awaken to the divine light and anchor into matter within your reality. Allows the flow of light and deep joy, first within yourself, then out of the whole planet. For those who feel depressed, oh my gosh, y'all, I'm not even getting there. For those who feel depressed, the stone lifts your vibration and enables hope for the future. reassuring to those who live in fear of what is going to happen in this world. Aids peaceful sleep, chases away nightmares, understand the meaning of your dreams and astral travel, activates the throat, third eye, and crown chakras. The blue flashes represent the divine spirit of the light that spirit offers us if we ask for it. Using arfvedsonite is highly likely to make you very ungrounded, so be sure to use it with a strong spiritual grounding stone such as black tourmaline, transmuting negativity into positivity. Okay, so I don't know if it was your pile or pile 1, but I did say grounding is needed. I think it was pile 1. And actually there was several things in pile 1's reading that made me think, or several things that I said or thought about your pile that made me think of pile 1. So pile 2, you may want to watch pile 1 if you feel called to. If not, you know, definitely don't. Take what resonates. But wow. Yes. So I'm really, I don't want to say, I feel like I'm proud of you, pile 2. I'm proud of you. I feel a sense of pride about this. Like, this is like this is a huge deal, because not everyone, I don't believe everyone in life, in their lifetime, experiences this sort of thing. I think, pile 2, you are, I feel like you're a spiritual badass, to be honest. And it gives me this really big sense of pride here. In a good way. People think that pride is a horrible thing, and I'm like, it's not. If you have something to be proud of, be proud of it. And this pile 2 is definitely something to be proud of. So, I will leave your reading there. Hopefully you found something helpful in this reading. And I really appreciate you for watching.